Hi everybody, Neil mini updates today, right? So this is my third little video. This one might be a little bit longer. I appreciate the glitch channel on YouTube. Said he did a video about all the different changes. So you can go see his video, which I posted below a couple of my videos now, and I'll put it below this one. Another channel I like is Drac Grinds Gala. Or Gala, and he did a good video about 30 minutes on all the different changes. So I'm not going to repeat what they did. I'm just going to show you things I've been noticing. And then after I watch their videos myself, I'm realizing my memory is not as bad as I thought it was, even though I'm an old man, right? I'll be glad when this searching for connection button finally goes away. If you look at these windmills for flour, they only need 2 wheat now. And apparently that used to be 5. My video's running, my video recorder's running, all my videos get slower. So you only need 2 wheat, not 5. So by the way, this is my wheat stand, and you see I have no wheat growing anywhere. So that wheat stand is, I think it's a rare one. So it's providing all the wheat I need for those 2 windmills. I never actually used them for flour mills before. Until now, I've always used them for the sheep pen, or the flour mills, or what's it called? The feed mills, for the quick start or fast start with the sheep pens. But this time I'm thinking about doing cakes. So I'm going to do a milk barn and eventually a chicken coop and so on down here and not have any sheep pens. So the milk barn is actually a little cheaper. The feed mills now I think take 2. Let's wait. Yeah, see that one got emptied. So now if you click on it, oh, I'm sorry, what automatically fills up because it's next to this. But if I had I think someone said it takes 2 wheat now, but since that's a rare wheat stand, it puts in 2 automatically. What are some other changes? Oh, well, I think the price for selling a pond has gone down. So when you click sell here, click a pond. Oh, the remove price. See, it's only 2,500. I think that used to be 5,000. But on the other hand, if you add a new pond, it's half as much. So like if I click here and I go to terrain here, ponds are only 10,000 now, no longer 20. So there's give and take here on all these different things. The amount of brine needed here, I believe, maybe dropped down from 5 or 6. And sometimes you need wood where you didn't have to have wood before. I think wood's going to have a total change of the game. I think uniform builds are going to get much harder now because uniforms in the past depend a lot on your lumber mills here. And like I said in the last video, your lumber mill is now going to take 8 wood. And I think the fabric plants actually they cost like 2 or 3 times more than what they used to as well. So the old uniform build might be no longer the number one build. Now let's talk about what I call the industrial plant over here. That's what I always want to get working as soon as I can, right? You want your game to be kind of like standalone and run on its own. So I always say that before I go to bed, I like to have a couple power plants here so I could just leave my 2 refineries on and make all the gas I need overnight. Now, when I first started out, I had like 20 electric batteries in my warehouse here. And so I thought, oh, I got plenty of energy. But once you get these things going, and this takes 6 energy out of that, it drains it really, really fast. And of course, your lumber mill also takes 2 energy. So right now, I've got this draining 2 energy. That one's draining 1. That's draining 6. And so even though I had a couple of green windmills before, now I had to build a couple more. And I think I had to put one that's not even green. It's going to be like a yellow, orange status, whatever, kind of not as fast as the others. And I built this little road here to try to get the guy to carry the batteries a little faster. And again, when I build the roads right now, I'm trying to build the roads where I don't have to destroy the tree stumps because that's still 20 grand to remove a tree stump. Those prices didn't seem to change at all. Now, the next thing you're going to find is this is the big shocker. If I didn't say this in the last video, if you look at your power plant now, it used to be 100,000. Guess if you're an industrial, guess what it is now? It's $250,000. That's like 2.5 times the price. So, wow, that's a major, major change. Looks like it takes 10 lumber. I think it only took 5 lumber before as well. So let me show you how that's going to stress everything out. I may not get my power plant built before I go to bed today. So right here, if it's going to take lumber, like 10 lumber, that means you're going to have to go through 10 times 8 or 80 woods in order to have enough lumber to build that. Okay. So I see I was saving up to try to have 5 lumber, and now I realize it's 10. And as long as I'm running my lumber mill, like I said, I'm draining my batteries over here. I call them batteries, energy units. And as long as I'm doing that, it's going to put stress on me producing gas and petroleum as well. So like right now, I actually, for at least a few minutes ago, I had more than enough petroleum. Check it now. So now I only have 2. But if I have 5 or 6 petroleum all of a sudden, I'm probably going to turn off this refinery and then just try to make gas. Because you see right now I'm down to 3 gas, even though I have both of these refineries available. It's all now a matter of getting enough electricity flowing into them. And so what we usually want is the power plant to give us our electricity, but we can't build the power plant because we need the lumber. And the lumber, like I said, is competing for the same electricity that these two are. So that's a new catch-22 that we didn't have before. Some people are speculating they're trying to make the game easier for people when they're starting out. And so, yeah, they can build a refinery a lot faster because you don't need the paved road and all this stuff, but you are definitely going to need the power plants here before long. So what I think I'm going to have to do is just throw in some more wind turbines across my board, even though they're not going to be optimal. Or to make them optimal, I'm going to have to destroy a lot more tree stumps to be able to find a good position to put a wind turbine so that it will be green. If you put it within, like, see this one, this may have changed too. So like here, see this is, let's count them. There's a building, so we're 1, 2, 3 squares away from a building. And I think in the past that was yellow and now it's green. So you need to be 3 squares from a building. See, this one is only 2 squares from a building, so that's why it's not green. You see where else I could build one. Like if I build one here, I'm next to the little woodshed that I built before. I might be able to get rid of that woodshed now because I built the lumber yard over here. So originally I had up here the original woodshed. I built a second woodshed, and then since I had all those oak, I had extra oak in here for that power pump, water pump over here, I had some leftover oak, which I could flush out now. But see, now I can't flush it because I got my lumber in there. My lumber is too valuable to flush. So again, I kind of wish there was a way you could move. Maybe you could have a new character that would move stuff from one place to another, because I'd like to get the lumber out of here and then destroy that woodshed perhaps. This is the first time I've ever built the water pumps without having a water facility first. And the reason I like that is I always hated balancing the number of water drums versus the energies in the warehouse. And by having the water pumps here, it's going to give all the water I need to the refineries and to the lumber mill and to the power plants without having to have any water facility. And I did build a barn, so I'm having some milk made. I was going to build another barn right here, but then that's where I put the wind turbine. So I'd like to get another milk barn or 2 in here, and that's going to generate some more money, which I'm going to need the money as well to build that power plant. The $250,000, that's going to take like, say 5 sales of milk or something like that or more, just to kind of have the money to do that. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. And oh, so one more thing. I guess we're going to have to put a disclaimer in all our videos from now on, because we did talk about how they could dynamically change things. Now they call it the dynamic rules. A while back, they had another name for that. And I did a video on that some time back. Like what they used to do, they would just change like the number of points for a product, so that one week maybe it was better to do uniforms, or one week it's better to do cakes. But now they've gone deeper and they've changed really some of the core elements of the game. And, you know, some people are going to be happy, some people are going to be sad or mad about that, because you spend all your time learning how to build these towns and you think you know how it works. And now, even though you know the rules of the game, it's like the parameters of the game have basically changed so much, it's almost like having new rules. So how you balance things before, everything's going to be like out of whack and out of balance till you learn how to work with the new parameters. And they might change the parameters again in a month from now if they don't like these. So they're gonna talk to us in the Discord forums and get people's feedback and stuff. I don't know for sure what they were trying to accomplish by this. I think Drac was saying that they're going to try to make the beginning of the game easier and then maybe make the middle or the later parts of the game more challenging. Another thing they said got changed was I think the ATV farm vehicles. I think they said went up and the farm tractors went down, but I don't know. It's too much to remember. And so like all this time, I've always memorized that a tree farm needs 7 water. Well, today it only needs 5. So that's an example of how your brain tries to memorize all these little facts and make you a better player. And then when they change all the numbers, it just kind of twists your brain around a little bit. So there are many more things I'm sure to talk about. But like I said, I just don't want to repeat exactly what other people said in their video. So I'll just show you how I'm observing these things as I hit them. And there's a good chance there may be another video or two tomorrow on the next day. And anyway, keep having fun with Townstar. I did a good video about Bitcoin Ben conference. I went over to Fort Worth to the stockyards this last weekend, and I attended a 2-day conference. A lot of good speakers from the stage there, a lot of good things going on. And please check out that video. I think you'll like it. The Bitcoin Ben conference. He calls it the Entrepreneurs Conference or the Founders Group. So check that out, and I will see you in a later video.